Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're taking a look at the WE Knife Company Caliber. Alright guys, so this is actually my third round of recording a video on this knife. Whenever I got the prototype in some time ago, I used it a little bit and went to write a review. Or not write a review, record a review, and it did not come off the way I intended it. Whenever I was editing it, I was like, well, you know, that really doesn't tell the story of this knife. So, a couple of weeks later, we sent over the production model. And yeah, this came from WE Knife, guys. It is a knife from them. I did not. It's provided by the manufacturer. So, they sent this one over, and I used it a little bit, and it was a little bit different as far as function, not look or anything else, but function better than the prototype. And I went to record another review on it. And before I got to editing that review, I, for some reason, picked this guy up and stuck it in my pocket and ended up using it a whole lot that day. And that seriously changed my mind. So I'll just tell you what I said in the first and the second review. What I said was it was a really cool design with an uninspired blade that just really didn't hold together as a cohesive unit. And I respect Ivan Dmitrovich, the guy that designed it, because he did a very nice job. It just, to begin with, just really didn't do it for me. But then that day where I used it a lot, and then things came together. And that's the standpoint we're going to talk about it from today. So, please do stick around for the What Would Zell Do Different, because there are some dang sure things I would have done different. But let's get started on what we normally go through. We have a handle length of 4.9 inches, a thickness of 0.58, closed height of a nice spine-to-spine thickness of a nice short 1.14, an open overall length of a nice long 8.33, a blade length of 3.4, and an edge length of about the same, 3.4. And a blade stock thickness of 3 millimeter or 0.120. And I think I've got it listed as 118, but yeah, close enough. We're talking thousands here, guys. And a weight of about 3.6 ounces. Grip length, 3.8. Nice simple handle. See that? Yeah. And, well, let's get it open here, and we'll do a little bit of size comparison, because I think that's pretty important with this knife. We have a Delica there, not much bigger than a Delica, and really don't weigh a great deal more than a Delica. We're more in line with lengthwise and overall size-wise with a Rat, as far as blade lengths and all this stuff, but we're smaller and maybe not thinner, but smaller than the Rat. Possibly even thinner. I haven't measured a Rat in a long time. And then, what else we got here? We got a couple we'll just throw up for fun. We got a Liang Ma XV. And, actually, those two knives have a lot in common in design. Just straight looking at them as far as shapes go. But, definitely different knives. And then, just for fun, we have a Medford Production Praetorian. Definitely two very different knives. So, let's get a look at this blade. And the blade, I think, was my biggest hang-up about this knife. We get a look at it. We are at 3.4 inches, approximately. We've got Ivan Dmitrovich's insignia and stuff here. And on this side, we're completely clean. And this knife is S35VN. I'm not sure exactly where I found that. Oh, yeah, there it is. This is more of WE challenging us to find where they put the... And I don't even know if you can see that on camera. My God. It is tiny down in there. But it is S35VN. It is flat ground, very tall flat grind, not quite full flat, but very tall, and has a beautiful finish. My goodness. Wow. That is freaking awesome. And also a fingerprint magnet. But still, beautiful, beautiful finish. Got kind of a satiny flat and that shined up, polished up belt finish. Woo! Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And has a very nice edge termination. Could have been maybe just a smidge better, but man, that's pretty good. And from here, we'll go to our pause and read card, and I'll be right back with you. All right, mechanically, we are WE Knife, but let's get a good look. First off, we don't have the standard WE pivot. We've got these big windmill things and a smaller windmill thing down here on the end. We have carbon fiber inlay, and it is raised just a smidge. It is not flush inlay, but as you can see, it's well done on both sides. We've got standard WE hardware, T8 hardware. We'll stick one in there, and oh, that's a little loose. Tighten it up there, and there's our WEHA. Pretty snug. Even more snug. Well done as always with WE screws. A little bit of T6, and that's one of the points I want you to see. Look at the detail they went to. Look right there. Whenever we go to open the knife, that moves, of course. And WE has milled out the carbon fiber so that it can. Very nice. We got a little lanyard hole here. We've got jimping across the back, but it's nice soft jimping, but all the way down the back spacer. Looks really nice. We do have a glass breaker on the end of it, and that makes for a reversible pocket clip. And I don't remember what size that is, but a little itty bitty tiny socket or a little itty bitty tiny crescent wrench, and you can pull that out, flip this around to the other side. And I've got it set up. I think I had the prototype set up for left-hand carry, but very nicely done. Now, I did bend the pocket clip. That was on me, guys. I've got a pair of those Riggs workwear that have the leather thing at the top of them, and that was on me. Those were just too thick for the pocket clip to keep it out. It'll fit in there just fine now, but now you've got a little bit of distance there between the pocket clip and the handle, and I need to bend that back. But very nicely done there. And mechanically, it is just, WE. We've got ceramic ball bearings, hardened steel lock bar insert, stainless steel hardened backing washers, etc., etc., and just a beautiful, beautiful action. For a bearing action, it's WE. It doesn't get much better. Well-centered blade. And moving on to the ergonomic load, this is where the knife really shines. Simple handle, and you can get a hold of it any way that you want to, unless you want to put your thumb right there. That's a bad idea because that thing's kind of pointy. Your pinch grips work out really good. You've got that little bit of bullet-shaped blade hole there to get your thumb in, to get your pinch grips. And it's just a well-executed design altogether. And whenever you get it down in the pocket, it's got a deep carry clip. All you got's that little, glass breaker thing sticking out. Very small clip. It's kind of blue, so it kind of matches the pants. Very nice. The only WE markings on the knife are right there on the pocket clip. So overall, just an absolutely great design, especially for general EDC. However, we got to get into the what would Zell do different. All right, so let's talk about it. What would Zell do different? First thing Zell would do was I would either skip on the glass breaker or do like Hinderer does, and I would have put some kind of little tool to get that off of there and put another one that was crowned and smooth across the end in the box. Because if I were to keep one of these knives and carry it every day, first thing I would do is take that little dude out to the grinder and take that point off of there, because I don't need that where my hand's going down in my pocket. Just don't need it. Now, some of you do, and that's great, but I don't. So if I bought, like I said, if I bought one, I would And you could do it with a file. You could do it with some sandpaper. It wouldn't take that much to get that point off there where it's not pointy. But that's what I would do with it. They've done a really nice job with the lanyard hole. Didn't notice that till just now. I need to look at these things a little closer, huh? Very nice job there. I like that. The other thing I would have done is the flipper works great. Absolutely beautiful. But I would have taken this flipper, and it's kind of hard to think about here, but you see where it just sticks straight out right here? See where it just sticks straight out right here? Well, this side is this side down here. I would have given this more angle right here and less pokey, to where whenever I stuck my hand down in my pants, or down in my pocket, down in my pants, yeah, down in my pocket, there would have been a ramp there to run my finger over instead of just something poking out there, as Nick would say, a pocket pecker. Now, does it keep the action from working good? Heck no, this has got a superb action to it. But those are little things Zell would have done different. And I don't know if I'm a fan of the pinwheel design on that pivot or not. It is something a little different, and it doesn't look bad by any means. But I don't know. I know you guys, there's some of you out there that get really upset over, let me see, do I have yeah, I've got a wee knife up here. We got a Chimera that's got the regular wee pivot in it. And I'm just going to be straight honest with you. If it's a wee knife, that is the one piece I expect to see, is the wee pivot in it. And this not having a wee pivot is a little weird. Some of you are going to love it. I don't. I would have rather had a blue anodized wee pivot in this to match the knife, and then the little pinwheel thing down here at the end. That I think, to me, would look better. To some of the rest of you, maybe not. But overall, Ivan Dmitrovich and we have designed what I'm going to call one of their better standard style EDC knives. Once I started using the blade, I said in the beginning the blade was one of the things I wasn't too whoopy about. But once I started using it, it came into its own and it works well. And let's get a quick measurement off that blade, the behind the edge, because I'm going to say it's going to be stupid thin. There you go. Really thin behind the edge. Cuts extremely well. I've got one of these old medical pads over here we'll slice up. I mean, it's just, there you go. They done a heck of a job on it. Pricing is at $245, and whoo! If you're looking for your standard EDC and you want a glass breaker, or you're willing, if you don't want one and you're willing to smooth that over, this is one heck of a smooth knife. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and catch us almost every week on the Apex News right here on the Ozark YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.